In November last year, in a dramatic decision, a majority of the nation's pork producers voted in favour of phasing out the controversial use of sow stalls in pig production. Pork Australia's CEO Andrew Spencer has told the Digital Farm that the producer-driven decision to phase out stalls by 2017 had put Australia well ahead of Europe and the world in terms of animal welfare standards. Here's Andrew Spencer.
Well, we don't see it in terms of the animal rights movement. We see it in terms of our ongoing obligation to produce meat without being cruel to animals and to treat them with as much respect and comfort as we possibly can. In that vein, last year we had a significant debate in our industry about the future use of sow stalls. They're the very confining things that you put pregnant sows in to protect them from fighting with each other. So there has been a welfare role for those crates. But consumers, when they see sows in those, in photographs or in videos, they don't like it because it's very confining, and they're our customers, they eat our product, so we've got to listen to what they're saying. So the outcome of that very long and arduous debate was that in November last year, at our annual general meeting, the industry voted overwhelmingly in favour of a voluntary phase out of the use of sow stalls by 2017. That has really put the Australian pork industry on the front foot globally in terms of the strength of our animal welfare standards. A lot of the rights groups, animal rights groups, point at Europe and saying we should be doing what they're doing. Well, we're well ahead of Europe now in terms of the standards that our pigs are and will be produced under for coming years. We know some of the retailers are also moving pretty fast in this direction with us. So this has enabled us to take a different stance in the whole debate around animal welfare. The industry is right out there in front, and a lot of the welfare organisations are quite supportive of that, including the RSPCA. We don't agree on everything that we're doing with respect to pig production with the RSPCA, but on this issue they're very much supportive and they want to see it be a success for the industry. So there's a long way to go to make that a success. We rely on the retailers to move with us and to back us up. We hope that government can help us in a few areas like country of origin labelling, etc., to make it clearer when consumers want to purchase our product, that they know exactly what our product is. So that's a big initiative for the industry. It's going to be a huge effort for the future to make sure that that decision is one that makes our industry stronger, not weaker. And we need to engage quite a few people who can contribute to that outcome as well.
Andrew Spencer says that while a minority of consumers had shown a preference for what is described as free-range pork, the reality was that outdoor-bred pigs, which were finished undercover, delivered both welfare outcomes and value.
There's welfare issues around all pig raising, whether it's outdoor or indoor, free-range, whatever. But clearly there is a segment of the market that does prefer to think that their meat and their pork was produced in a particular way, and free-range is one of those ways. Free-range production of pigs is not that easy because pigs are very sensitive to temperature changes. You'd imagine up around Toowoomba, as you refer to, it can get pretty hot, you can get sunburn issues with white pigs, you can get cold in the winter of course there too. So the pigs still need looking after really well. It's hard to say overall whether the demand for free range is increasing. I think the demand for what we call outdoor is increasing, and the difference is that some of the outdoor systems actually breed the pigs outdoor and then bring them in to finish them in sheds, and that makes quite a difference to the productivity of that enterprise, and it also means that it's a lot cheaper on the shelf for the consumer if it's just outdoor bred rather than free range. So that part of the market is still there. There is demand there. We've recently gone through the process of formalising some standards around what free range really means, because we were concerned that there was some products out there that were labelled free range that did not necessarily match up with what the consumer believed free range should mean. And that's a situation that we don't believe is sustainable. So the industry now has an official version of what free range means, and that was put together with the help of most of the free range producers in the pork industry in Australia.
Next week, Andrew Spencer shares with the Digital Farm his view of the year ahead for pork producers. So stay tuned.